Have you been getting lasered by opponents that simply have a better class setup than you? Well, you're in luck because this class setup is absolutely insane. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new Disrupt Gaming video. Today I'm going to be showing you the absolute best class setup in Warzone that you need to be using right now. Before we do get into the actual setup though, I need you to go down to the comment section below and answer the question of the day. Today's question is, what is your absolute favorite gun in Warzone right now? Personally, the MP5 has always been my favorite and I'm going to stick to it, but I'd be interested to see what you think in the comments below. Now, let's hop into this class setup. We recently had the brand new patch came out and that came with some weapon balancing changes, so I have been experimenting with different weapons, figuring out exactly what works well, and I think I have the absolute best class setup in all of Warzone right now. First, we have the MP5. This is going to be great for close range encounters, especially with some of these attachments that we're adding to it. This is going to be your go-to weapon for anything close range. It absolutely lasers. Then we're going to be using the Kilo. There are a couple of different things that I'm adding to this gun that's going to help complement that MP5 with some further range fights, and it also has some close range capability. So stay tuned for the attachments on both. Let's start with the MP5. We all know and love this gun, and we're going to start with the muzzle here, the monolithic suppressor. Obviously, this is going to make it so that you have that sound suppression, you're not showing up on the radar, increases your damage range, aim down sight speed, not that much affected. That's the classic go-to muzzle. For your underbarrel, you are going to want to run with the Ranger foregrip. Now, I know a lot of people use the Merc foregrip, but with the MP5, the Ranger foregrip actually works out much better. It does decrease your aim walking movement speed by a little more than the Merc foregrip, but this helps with the recoil so much. It's a major upgrade from the Merc foregrip, so that Ranger foregrip is going to be where we go. Next, ammunition. 45 round mags are a must-have in Warzone. If you're playing multiplayer, you can get away with the default 30 round mags, but in Warzone, with that extra health that all those players have, 45 round mags are a absolute must-have. Now, next, let's head over to the stock. This one's kind of controversial almost. A lot of players don't use a stock on this weapon and instead opt for a laser. But personally, I think that the F-Tac collapsible stock is the best bet here. The movement speed that this provides is absolutely insane. And then it also provides this aim down sight speed buff that actually kind of outweighs all of the other attachments we have. Because if you look, aim down sight speed is affected by basically every other attachment that we have put on so far. So this helps to make up for that, and also that movement speed makes it a super quick weapon to be running around with, which is really what you're looking for when you want these close range SMGs. And finally, I actually like to use the Perk Sleight of Hand, especially whenever I'm playing in like trios or quads. This is super helpful, able to reload super quickly, and it is extremely viable, especially in trios and quads, like I was saying, because you have to reload so often. You're spraying out so many bullets from this weapon that it really does help out. If you aren't a fan of the sleight of hand, you could opt for a 1 milliwatt laser, or even you could toss a barrel on, but I would recommend going for that sleight of hand option right there. So this is the class setup for the MP5. This is your close range weapon that you want to be using. And then let's hop into the Kilo. The Kilo is a must-use assault rifle right now. It's a great weapon. It's experienced its highs and its lows, but it has stayed pretty consistent throughout Warzone. We're going to start on the muzzle again. Same thing, that monolithic suppressor. Don't want to be showing up on that map, increase your damage range, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. Now, for this one, we are going to go to the barrel next, and you need to be using the 19.8 Prowler. This Singard Arms barrel helps immensely with the range of this weapon, and you have to remember we are building this for more of those long range gunfights. We have our MP5 for the close range fights, so the longer range fights are going to be with this Kilo, so that is what we're building it for. We want long range, we want good recoil control, and we don't want any bullet damage drop off. We want to try and minimize it as much as we can. And if you look at this Prowler, that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control all helped. Hopefully you won't be aiming down sight quickly or moving around quickly with this weapon. It is more about that hunkering down and spraying down someone from afar. Next to Underbarrel, this one I use the Commando foregrip. This might be surprising to some people as the Ranger foregrip, the Operator foregrip are all very used, but the Commando foregrip with the recoil stabilization really helps with that horizontal recoil, which is really what we need to control with this kilo. So with that horizontal recoil, the Commando foregrip helps out a lot, whereas this Operator and Ranger just don't do as good of a job. And yes, it negatively affects our movement speed, but like I was saying, we have that comparison of the super fast MP5 build and then the super slow, laid back, far range kilo build, and they complement each other so well, which is why we're building this for range and not for movement speed. Next up, ammunition. This one's going to be an interesting one because any option works. Personally, I play a lot of solos and duos, so I run 50 round max. Now, if you see yourself playing a lot of squads and even trios, the 100 round mag is acceptable with this build. I know it's kind of memey. A lot of people use it as a joke sometimes, but I promise the 100 round mag with this specific class setup can actually be super useful because like I said, you've got that quick MP5 and then you toss 100 round mags on here, you can hunker down and spray people for days and days and days. You also have the 60 round mag that's kind of the middle ground between those two, but I would experiment with what you like on this one. I have found that I like the 50 round mag. And next up is the Optic. This is going to be a long range weapon. We've been hammering that into you this entire video. So the VLK 3.0 times Optic is going to be what we go for here. If you are more worried about having close range encounters, you can go with an integral hybrid. This does have a 3.25 times scope, but you're able to switch to that closer range reflex sight, so that way if you do get into a closer range fight, you are able to do a little more damage because you're able to aim a little better. But this 3.0 VLK sight is just so clean, it's so nice. You could even go for a 4.0 flip hybrid. It's really up to what you prefer, but you need a long range sight on this because the iron sight on the kilo is not going to be doing its job whenever you're trying to spray someone that's 100 meters out, and that is what this gun is built for. Look at this accuracy and damage rating, accuracy, damage, and range right here. Our range is out the map. We're going to be spraying people down from so far away, and that is going to be the end of the kilo build. So to go back over it, MP5 build right here. We've got the monolithic suppressor, the Ranger foregrip, the 45 round mag, sleight of hand, and the F-Tac collapsible. This can be your fast-paced running gun weapon when you're clearing those corners, running through houses. And then you have the kilo with the monolithic, the Singar Arms 19.8 Prowler, the VLK 3.0 Commando foregrip with the 50 round mag on it. This is for those long range fights because you like to have those complementary weapons together in one single loadout. Your perks, lethal and tactical, can be really whatever you want, whatever your play style is. That is going to be the end of this Disrupt Gaming video though. Guys, if this loadout helps you, if you decide to use this, I need you to go down to the comment section down below and let me know. And while you're down there, I need you to hit that like button and subscribe to the Disrupt Gaming channel so that you can keep up with daily Call of Duty content, especially with Cold War releasing soon. We're going to be pumping out the content. So if you do enjoy it, please be sure to sub. I hope that you're able to get some high kill games with this loadout. I appreciate you for watching through to the very end. Be sure to check out the merch, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.